Okay, so we're talking about Diamond Lane today. Just so people understand what Diamond Lane is, it's the actual mastermind group. Okay, so it's you would have already gone through Go for Gold, so you understand the system, and then Diamond Lane is the mastermind group. It also, just as of this week, has morphed into or grown into loudest door ever. Has grown into sliding doors, y'all. They get loud sometimes. It has grown into basically Young Living Plus. So how to use that personal brand that you've developed with Go for Gold, how to use that, and then develop that into multiple revenue streams or multiple income streams, and doing it in different ways. So next week's group coaching will be about YouTube and monetizing YouTube and that sort of thing. Last week was about Facebook ads and all the stuff. So anywho, that is what Diamond Lane is. And then also it's a mastermind, right? So we have everybody in there basically just helps each other out. And we have weekly group coaching. We have daily checklists, all of the things. But Carrie, now I just went all long-winded on you. Hang on, I have to plug my computer in. It's going to die. So where was your business at before you took Go for Gold? We're just going to pop into that super quick because you have to do Go for Gold before you go into Diamond Lane, or else you don't have you don't have the foundation for it. So what was life like before Go for Gold?
So what was it like? It was confusing. I think that's probably the best word to describe it. This was not my first business. I've been in business before. I've had viral business before. I have done 6 figures in the past in other businesses.
Yeah.
So I thought coming into this, no big deal. I can do it again. Why not just do it again? But this is a completely different, the network marketing model is just so much different than conventional entrepreneurship. That and there is that stigma. There was a stigma when I first joined 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, which I was actually doTERRA for 2 years before coming to Young Living. So I had what I experienced in doTERRA, which was negative, and then I came to Young Living thinking it's gonna be better. I'm gonna really soar. And the hype was still really there, and it was right before the FDA came down. But as soon as they did, this business just took a nosedive in some ways, because when we can't help people find a solution to something, it makes it a lot harder to attract them, to help them if you're limited in what you can talk about. So I think that threw a huge wrench, not just for me, but for everybody, a lot of people I know. It made it a lot harder to share. And not just share, but really get anything out there. So the Go for Gold system allowed us to have a funnel, right? Funnels are on the rise. I mean, there are millions and millions and millions of people actually using the funnel system. So Go for Gold created that opportunity to put this business into a funnel that actually converts. So before, I was not really growing, and there wasn't something to latch people onto other than just the products, really, which products only go so far. People want a movement. They want, they want to be a part of something, right? They want to grow through something, and they want to grow with other people through something. And for a lot of people, just getting toxin free is not really that movement. It's not really enough to drive them. So before Go for Gold, things were confusing. And now it's clear. There's a clear step process, and there's no, once you understand fully the funnel itself, which is Go for Gold, that's when you can go in and do the other ones, like Bring on the Builders and 20 and 30 and all of those, because it allows you to have that system that's in place that you can share with other people.
Yeah, you guys are going to, if you haven't heard about funnels already, it's been all the rage for a good 5 years now, but it's now like people are, now your neighbor might know about them. Like that's like it's gotten to that point, except the average person that talks about funnels knows maybe 10% of what they actually need to know about that stuff. Okay. So it's a little bit scary because you don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know if you're dealing with somebody who's actually an authority in something, or if you're dealing with somebody who just listened to a Russell Brunson video and is like, I got it. I'm good. I got it. Right. Like, because it's presented as a very easy thing, and it is technically a very easy thing. The concepts are not. And keeping everything in a flow and keeping everything behaviorally ticking the way it needs to be, that takes mastery, you guys. That's not something that you can just like wham bam, no big deal. But that's where, like, Go for Gold, for Young Living in specific anyway, we've figured out how it needs to go. And that's where you're essentially, isn't it kind of like Mad Libs, where you just are essentially filling in the blanks? Yep. I've never, okay, so now that's a line I'm going to start using. Anyway.
It's true though. It gives you the framework so that, you know, you can really take any one niche that you want to work into, or, you know, say you want to focus for a quarter on beauty routine, you can hone in on that and build a funnel out of that, and then switch it once that funnel's working for you and you've got new people working in that funnel with you. You can now switch gears a little bit and build a second funnel for your team, which is amazing. Like the possibilities here are really limitless with the right business mind, but also people who are excited to jump into their sweet spot. That's exciting too. You've got people who are like, I really love that beauty box routine. So they sit in the beauty box routine, and they kind of become the guru on your team for that. And they work that funnel, and you help them develop that funnel and make it stronger, while you go work with another part of your team who wants to focus on kids, right? Yeah. Totally different niches. But then it allows you, once you've got these different funnels set up within your team, it allows you to really funnel leads into where they best fit for them to say their best, like what is their best yes. And you can figure that out really quickly in a discovery call or just in that very first interaction. And then you can say, oh, I know what you're looking for. We've got the perfect group for you. And you just hand pick it out of the bunch. And that's like really the whole point here, is to build an actual funnel system that all funnels into your membership, that all funnels into your team.
Yep. Exactly. So, exactly. That's exactly it. And Brienne said, I have no idea what a funnel is. And that's the thing. And that's why we don't typically call it that, because some people will kind of just glaze over even at the term. Like, don't even worry about it. All you're doing is following directions. In Go for Gold, you literally, it says to do something, you do it. You says to do something else, you do that. By the end, it's all created.
Right, you don't realize it, but you are building a funnel. But you don't need to know that just getting into Go for Gold. That's kind of more Diamond Lane, is really developing that whole system. Yes. But essentially walking through the 27 modules, 27 modules of Go for Gold. Like yeah. You are essentially setting up your funnel through that. And I don't know, I just want to throw in like a tip too for Go for Gold. There's a lot of people who are like, well, not a lot of people, but I see some people in the student group who are like, oh, it doesn't work for me. And I'm like, this works for everybody. Yep. Sometimes you need to read the whole book before you can go back and answer questions. So go through all the modules without trying to print out the sheets or work through the questions and troubleshoot the different opportunities and options. Just go through the whole thing first, and then go back through it and do the actual lessons to form your funnel. Because it just takes that for some people to go through the whole thing, grasp the entire concept, and then go back through it again.
Yeah. It can't not work.
No.
It's impossible for it not to work. The only way that it wouldn't work is if it wasn't done. It's literally the only way that it wouldn't work. So like, there was, I only remember like one or two people, that said that it didn't work, but then upon further questioning, they didn't do any of it. So like, of course it doesn't work if you don't do any of it. Cause, well, that's life. It just is how things go. But Shannon, can't wait till I'm at the point where Diamond Lane is part of the budget. Oh, and you can get Diamond Lane for free, girl. All you have to do is, that's a lot of people are in there for free. That's the whole idea. You guys, you understand why I do the things I do, don't you? I make this stuff able for you to get for free because I want you in there. And I want you to be sharing Go for Gold with other people so then they can grow too. And when they grow, you grow more, so on and so forth. And the end goal is that there are oils in every home. That's like, if we were to look at the big master funnel of everything, that is actually it. But anywho, Allie said, wait, how do you get it for free? Okay, so the way that you get it for free, and then Carrie, we're totally going to get into your stuff here. The way that you get it for free is by offering Go for Gold to a friend. And right now it's over half off, so it's super easy to do. Also, I've seen other people do it where they buy Go for Gold for their downline. And you could buy it. I have one person who bought it for 13 members of their downline. And so now they have 13 months of credit in Diamond Lane. So now they have 13 months for free. You get a free month of Diamond Lane for every Go for Gold that you refer. Also, that's the same with Silver Made Simple. Okay, so you can refer it to somebody, or you can buy it for somebody, and then you get a free month of Diamond Lane. Okay, after that, then you just text the number. I'm just going to go ahead and say it real quick. You text the number. You text the word referral to 319-251-2555. And then you'll get a couple questions, you'll go back and forth, and you'll get your free month. But, okay. So, Carrie, what has Diamond Lane done for you? Like, what are some big points that you can think of what Diamond Lane has done for you, specifically in your business, in your life? How has it helped you?
Yeah, I mean, I think for mostly for me, because I'm a 3 on the Enneagram, I don't really need a whole lot of pep in my step. What I need more so is people running alongside me at the same pace, even if they're not in my lane. To put it simply, really, and bluntly, the people in Diamond Lane are doers.
Yep.
They're doers, and they're doing the things, and they are doing them specifically to further the needle with this method. And so if you're looking to run with people who have like-minded goals and aspirations, and they're putting the same amount of effort, it's a mastermind, like you said. So when one of us has an idea and we're like, hey, like we're working through this idea and we're trying this new strategy, and we're hung up on something, or we just put the strategy out there and someone comments and is like, oh, what about this? And all of a sudden there's a light bulb moment. And so it's an ability to bounce things off of other people.
Yes.
And it's just that, it's that accelerated experience, I think, is the best way to describe it. So for me, there's really no one particular video or one particular meeting that really helped. It's really the whole package of it all.
Yeah.
And I love how Ashley gets in there too. And what she brings to the table is also very exciting. And there's also a mutual respect. So I want to talk about that for a moment as well. Sometimes rank can really get in the way of mutual respect within the Young Living family. Unfortunately, I wish it didn't have to be that way, but it is. If you are not in a leadership rank of any kind, I don't know, there's just a lack of respect there, like a lack of not personal respect, but colleague respect, right? You're not on the same level, even though your effort is the same, your intention is the same, you're pedaling as fast or faster, except you haven't been able to line up what you need to line up just so quite yet. So what I love about Diamond Lane and even about the Go for Gold student group is that everyone is on the same field. There's no rank. There's no, there's no measuring people up. Oh, are you platinum? Oh, are you gold? Oh, are you silver? Oh, you're only star? Right? There's none of that at all. And in Diamond Lane, it's you get that automatic respect for being a doer that wants to do enough to be there. Even if you're there on referral, you took that extra measure to share about this business model to other people. You care enough about your peer, right? I have one downline member who got in to Go for Gold on her own. But the other people I have referred are colleagues. They are peers, cross-line friends that I have said, you need this, and this is why. So that is a step above in the form of a doer. So I just like love the mutual respect that comes with jumping into, a program that's not necessarily really, related to your upline or downline.
Yeah. I love that you said that, because I understand the concept, and I know both that we could talk about this all day, but like, I understand the concept of, rank being necessary. You need to have goals, and it's how the comp plan is set up, and people need to look forward to something to be able to strive to do that thing, and you get different, benefits and so on and so forth. But the flip side of that coin, sorry you guys keep hearing that door. It's the loudest door. But if you keep hearing it, if you don't, then I'm just totally sound weird. But the flip side of the coin with rank, unfortunately, like you were touching on, at least right now, hopefully the tide will change. Hopefully what we do becomes just normal. It's certainly already looking like that. But I mean, if anybody's been watching Business Boost, it's certainly looking like we're normalizing things here. But or they're adapting to us as normal, which is, man, it is just, it's lighting some folks up. But anyway,
it is.
But the rank thing, unfortunately, is a thing, right? Where, maybe you don't have the right to have an opinion about X, Y, and Z, which is involved in growth or whatever. Maybe you don't feel like you have the right to have that opinion, or somebody is making you feel that way. And that is a thing that happens, you guys. Here's the deal, is that has nothing to do with you, and it has everything to do with them. And the thing that Carrie was just talking about, with Go for Gold, with Diamond Lane, with anything, with Silver Made Simple, with anything, any group that we ever run, the culture comes top down, right? So we create the culture. I'm never in life going to have the culture of a group be, what's your rank? What's your rank? What's your rank? Oh, but are you allowed to talk about this or whatever? Like, never in life is that going to be a thing. And it just needs to be normalized across the board, that who gives a rip? Because if somebody started yesterday, say there was an LTM that started yesterday, right? Am I not going to listen to her brilliant mind because she just started yesterday, even though she's probably got some BA ideas, right? Like, why would I not listen to her? We have to listen to the ideas. We have to listen to the person instead of running the filter through, or running it through the filter of, yeah, but where are they? Yeah, but what rank are they, right? I mean, who gives a rip? I know people with diamond OGV that are sitting at silver, okay? And that's just because the legs haven't panned out, but you don't accidentally get that kind of OGV, friends. Like, that's like that. It's just how it goes. Who cares? That was very long-winded. So for somebody that's sitting on, somebody just said something. So let me just see here. Oh my word. Hang on just a second. Robbie, if we get it for free, do we wait until we're done with Go for Gold for this? So I would absolutely wait. So basically you can get the credits, and then they're going to sit on your account. And when you're ready to start Diamond Lane, you can do that. It used to be different in the past, but recently we've changed it where you can start using them whenever you're ready, and then you get your months at that point. So you can just be racking them up until you're ready. Allie said, amazing. Hannah, yes, I love this too. I've often felt like I can't be me in some groups as my rank is lower than others, but I got good stuff. Heck yes. Brianne, I thought it was a drill. Paulina, I thought it was a parrot. Oh my word, that door was a drill or a parrot. Samaris, hey friend, saying hello to you. Bryn, everybody has something to bring to the table. Exactly. That's exactly right. Exactly right. And I think it's very clear in the movement that we've got in here and the movement we've got in the different groups. I think it's very clear that when we all join forces, when we all join arms with what we're doing here, rank doesn't matter. We're all going to the top. Who cares? We're all going to the top together. I don't give a rip. So what would you say to somebody that's sitting on the fence that is like, hey, I don't know, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. What would you say to them?
Go for gold.
On Diamond Lane.
Diamond Lane.
Yes.
Oh, Diamond Lane.
Or go for gold. You can do go for gold if you want.
Well, on the fence for go for gold, I would say that I kind of get on a little bit of a high horse with IPAs, so I'm just going to take like a 2-minute little hiatus to talk about that for just a second because it ties in. There is something called OKRs, and a lot of people in this industry have never heard of them. But you're pulling the cart without the horse when you skip straight to IPAs and not consider your OKRs. OKRs are objectives and key results that you build your IPAs upon. IPAs weren't even a thing until OKRs came on the scene. So if you do not know where you're going quarter to quarter to quarter, and you have nothing to measure the success on that, which takes a system, your IPAs are going to do nothing for you, sister.
Thank you. Oh my word.
Not a dang thing. Those lists of these IPAs, the reason why they work for some people and not for others is because of like, a little bit of happenstance. Okay. It happens for some and not for others because it's not an actual system, right? If one of the objectives of your business is to enroll members, okay, fantastic. What activities are going to get you to your goal of personally enrolling 10 people in one quarter? You list those things out, and if the things you're doing is moving the needle every 30 days, you do an audit. If it's moving the needle, keep doing what you're doing. If it's not, my God, check it and come up with something else. Like even in the Go for Gold system, if you're working a lead magnet 30 days in, you don't have any leads, well, it's time to go back to the drawing board and do another lead magnet. What are you thinking? I mean, I wouldn't even let 30 days go by on a lead magnet, but the whole point is that you've got the system with Go for Gold that allows you to say something's not working, right? Going 3 months without any enrollments is not normal for a business, period. Not just a network marketing business, but any business. If you have a brick and mortar, if you're a massage therapist and you don't bring in a single new client in 3 months, you're sinking. You're on a sinking ship. Yes. Period. Right? It's the same thing for our business. That's why a lot of people go so long without ranking, because there's no actual system for bringing in leads. That's the point of a funnel, right? You bring in people who are interested into your funnel. You give them what they're looking for, what they want, and then you bring them down into the membership. And then once they're in the membership, you continue to enlighten them and get them excited about the movement so that they continue to develop upon what they're looking for and what they want. And that's the whole point of keeping people. It's not just get people on ER. If your goal is to just get people on ER, that's going to be really hard, to be honest with you. You're going to have that conversation. Oh, please get on ER. It's so great. Here are all the reasons why I love it, and I want you to love it too. Weird. Weird. They have no reason to tie their emotional buying decision to your reason for wanting to be on ER. They don't love the company yet. So you develop that program that's within Go for Gold that allows them to mature in they came in at this point and they have matured and nurtured to this point, and now they actually desire to keep getting that product that you suggested, right?
Yes.
So Go for Gold gives you that full system that allows you to actually build a business upon it. And not just that, but it's duplicatable, because it's actually truly duplicatable, because you can, and I'll just say my strategy personally is if I have a member say, I want to do the business, and they align and abide in what we're doing in our current funnel, we just kind of plug them into our funnel and train them up. And then we help them work out, what is your possible sweet spot? What is, where should you be? What are your gifts and talents? What are your desires, right? Create their bat signal. And then get them into Go for Gold when they're ready to like build their own funnel, right?
Yes.
But you have to take that first step at some point. Like at some point, you have to lead your team into building a business that everybody can hop into and say, I'm going to do this business too. Simply sharing the products and sharing just our experience of why we love using these oils, it's not enough. You have to give people something to want to be a part of, and just tipping a bottle upside down and pouring it into a basin of water is not enough. It's just not enough. So I think there is no fence. There's really no fence. If you understand what Go for Gold offers, there's no fence. There's literally no fence. It is just stepping off the ledge into that crystal blue, warm water. I promise it's warm. It looks cold, but it's warm. And there's so much support. There's so much support in the student group. There's so much support share it with one person and get into Diamond Lane for a single month, and it will totally change your business model. Even it'll like I said before, it'll elevate it. But there is no fence for Go for Gold. If you understand what it is, there's no fence. And then for Diamond Lane, if you're on the fence for Diamond Lane, then I just say go do the thing and share. Like if you are duplicating your business model of Go for Gold, you're already telling people about the business model. It should be cake. I have not paid for a single month yet of Diamond Lane. I keep wanting to say Diamond Bound. It's like on my mind. But I've never paid for it. I've always referred somebody. It's doable. Refer people, right? You should be talking about what you're doing. You're going to be excited. If you're in Go for Gold and you are excited, you're part of the movement. People are going to they're going to be attracted to that movement, which is perfect practice for developing your own movement within your team, because that's how you're going to attract members, and that's how you're going to attract builders.
Exactly. I love it. I freaking love it. That's exactly, well, okay, there's that. You just nailed it. I love that you got to describe pretty much what Go for Gold is. That's, you guys, this isn't, again, with the mentioning that it's not whether it works or if it doesn't work. You literally just have to do the stuff, and it's not difficult to do. You just do it. You just hunker down. What I do anyway is when I do anything that requires the kind of like focus that you would need to set things up, all I do is I give myself an hour. I set my alarm. I give myself an hour. I go lock myself in the bedroom, and I tell my husband that I need him to watch Nora. I need my hour of totally focused attention, and then I can get a lot done. And all of us can, as long as you know somebody's not going to walk in the room and ask for freaking cookies or something. Like it just let me do my thing.
And those are in the corporate world called sprints. Like,
yes,
you decide we're gonna spend X amount of time to accomplish X goal or task, and we're going to get it done together. And you can even do it as a team, hop on a Zoom, everybody. It was those like power hours that were really popular, like last year, I think, or the year before. Same concept, except everybody's collectively working on one thing. So if you're going to do, not today because of Corona, but later, if you want to do a pop-up workshop, right? I know this is all mostly online, but pop-up workshops are an amazing opportunity. And you want to do that as a group, but you got to prepare for it first. It does not take longer than an hour or two as a group for everybody to take their own gifts and talents at the same time and do the things. Knock out the entire to-do list so that all you have to do is put a date on the calendar.
Yes.
Right?
There it is.
Sprints are amazing. Sprints are amazing for you and for your whole team.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah. Well, thank you, Carrie. I appreciate you coming on here. Let me just see if anybody said something else. I'm going to ask this one question. Allie said, question for Carrie. When you were doing Go for Gold, at what point did you start to see a change in your business? That's a good question.
I think that the hardest hurdle is figuring out your bat signal, which is, where you want to focus. It's the voice that you're going to project with your megaphone, right? I think that I'm a 3 on the Enneagram, which means that at any given time, I've got 20 amazing ideas.
Right.
So the ability to say not right now to all but one is going to be your best friend in this whole process. I struggled with that a bit. So I would say it took me a little longer than it should have. But once I said, okay, I can do those 19 idea funnels later.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do this one right now because I have the lowest, I have the quickest to those people. Like the people that I would pour into that calling, I have easy access to right now. Yeah. I have the mind, I have the knowledge I need to provide value to that group of people right now. I don't need to learn anything new. I don't need to be anything more. I don't need to pay anything to go learn something. I don't have to ask anybody's permission. I already possess what I need to talk to those people and provide value, right? Yeah. And so, you have access to the people, you have the knowledge you need, the training you need, the experience that you already need. And what's the third one? There was a third criteria that I used to determine which of the 20 was the one I should do. I think it was just profitability was one, not necessarily, because I'm charging for people to come into the funnel, but because, for instance, one of my biggest heart is to work with people with a medical condition that I have. We deal with chronic pain, we deal with unemployment because we can't hold down work outside the home, physically, we dislocate our joints. So my heart is to help those people. But the reality, unfortunately, right now is that those people probably can't afford kits right now. So that audience is probably not going to be the quickest audience to say silver, gold, what have you. So I'm putting that funnel aside for now until I've got the I guess you could say capital built up in my business to where I could focus a little bit more on that and it doesn't jeopardize my growth. So that profitability, is your audience capable of buying kits? Is your audience capable of doing the things? Are they ready to do the things? So that's how I kind of narrowed down my bat signal. But I would say once I actually got my bat signal, it only took about 2 weeks to put it all together and start funneling people into my funnel.
Boom.
Quick.
2 weeks.
Quick. It does not take long.
Yeah. If you're doing it, it doesn't take long. If you're sitting there and spinning, once it's done, it's done.
And you kind of have to, and I've said this to other people and I'll say it here too, because I think it's important, especially if you've been in Young Living for a while, okay? And you're used to doing things a different way. When you hop into a new way of doing things, when you're kind of letting yourself die to this way of doing it so that you can pick up this way of doing it. I did have to pull back a bit from upline groups, from, you know, team this and team that. And because I was formulating the foundation that I wanted to build my team upon. And that took time and energy. And I also had to make it clear to the people who were closely working with me that, hey, I'm working on a new system and it's going to change the way I do things. I don't actually, my member groups don't look anything like the member groups that I was used to when I came in. I don't have a product education group necessarily. I have a membership group that nurtures members in particular things each month. And it also talks about the products as needed, but it's not all Young Living products centric. It's not product centric. It is people centric. But a lot of my upline groups are product centric, how to use them, all about them, product education, and that's all fine and good, but it doesn't grab the heartstrings of the people that don't love Young Living yet. And so I had to kind of pull out of all of that so that I could focus on building my foundation for Go for Gold. And I have friends who are in Go for Gold, and it's taking them a really long time to finish and get their funnel built up because they're still stuck managing this business over here. You're really technically building a new business. You're building a business upon this funnel system, right? I'm gonna keep calling it a funnel until the cows come home. Like, you're building a funnel-based business, and what the typical Young Living model was like a sharing lifestyle business. And that's just not the culture in today's social media world anymore. It's not quick, easy access, right? To do that lifestyle bit anymore. You have to provide something that has actual substance. And so I think that's a big deal. I think it's a big deal. You have to die to one to build the other. If you're trying to do both at the same time, people are going to get confused and they're going to be like, wait a minute, what are we doing?
Yes, exactly. And a confused mind always says no, right?
Yes.
I completely agree with you with needing to die to the old things. And the good thing, you guys, and the lifestyle sharing, just so people don't misunderstand what that means, you still are sharing, like you still are, like you're still having your conversations. That's still very top of funnel stuff. Like you're having your conversations and things like that. But it's what happens after that is where it becomes systematized, right? And the automations begin and that sort of thing. That is the thing that gets a lot easier for you with this system. The other way was, it was a lot of follow-ups and it was a lot of falling through the cracks. I mean, let's just say what it was. It was broken. It was a broken system. It had cracks all over the place and people were falling through. And that's just, it is what it is. But now we know that corporate is aligning with more of this sort of stuff. So you guys can trust and understand that this is where we're going. So if you hear anybody say like, oh, I don't know about that stuff, say, I don't know why corporate's talking about it then. Like, I don't know. But yes. Anyway, Carrie, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on with me. Thank you for dealing with the fact that I was late. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. Everybody, you guys have an awesome day and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.